I'm sitting straight forward. I think it's just the angle that my phone is at. That's better. That's better. Welcome back. Hi. Thank you. Thank you is crazy. Happy Thanksgiving, I was gonna say. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a coat, I don't know, actually. I just, I bought it a while ago, and I haven't really gotten to wear it. I don't know why I'm smelling it, but I wore it in the rain the other day. But yeah, I'm just kind of, getting stuff ready. It'll be done here in a minute. Okay, have some little, well, I don't even know, but it's a little bit of background music for me to help me. So yesterday, the message I was getting, and I've been getting a lot of, I'm kind of reading for a collective who's in the in-between, or, standing at the precipice of, their new beginning. So I feel like a lot of old cycles, maybe ones that were, going on for years and years and years, were closed out recently, and you chose different for yourself. Hold up. Yeah, so the energy that I've been getting, I've been reading for a collective who recently closed out a big cycle, and it had a lot to do with boundaries, self-worth, maybe toxic love cycles, maybe toxic familial cycles, generational curses, that type of thing. Closing out a lot of stuff, or close out a lot of stuff recently, and is essentially now sorting through that energetic debris. So the cycle is closed, it's not repeating, but there's still a lot of stuff that you're unpacking as you're actively moving into this next stage of your life and the next stage of your story. So you're moving into, a life more aligned with who you are. So you're moving into alignment, while at the same time sort of filtering out the years of baggage and the years of junk that was never aligned with you. So you're actively having to sort through limiting beliefs and things of that nature that were never yours to begin with. And so it might be a very you might be feeling very tired, lethargic. You might be emotionally kind of neither here nor there. Maybe you're feeling numb, or maybe you're more quick to react. You're more emotionally reactive. That's kind of the energy I've been picking up on as of recently. You are in a really you are, as far as I can tell, in a very aligned position. This, where you are right here right now is exactly where you were supposed to be, and exactly where you wanted to end up. It may not look like that, but energetically speaking, this is essentially what you asked for. There's also been a lot of people in the collective dealing with, this one girl is driving me nuts, but dealing with self-doubt, and not really knowing, because it might not necessarily look like you thought it was going to look. A lot of self-doubt, a lot of did I actually ask for this? A lot of maybe feeling, I'm getting in my mind's eye, 5 of Pentacles, feeling forgotten, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, feeling this isn't what I asked for, and I feel like I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, I'm not, but those are the cycles, those are the narratives that you're currently releasing. So we're letting go of a lot of old programming at this point, at this moment in time. Okay, sorry, I just took off my jacket and my sweatshirt because I was feeling a little bit restricted. So maybe you are also feeling a little bit restricted, maybe financially, or maybe you're not seeing all the options maybe you're not seeing, maybe you feel restricted in the type of options you have. Maybe you feel restricted, I'm thinking like vocally, like in speaking out. Maybe you feel restricted speaking out about something, speaking your truth, maybe sharing your truth if that's something that you have been thinking about. Maybe you feel like there's circumstances preventing you from doing so, or that you shouldn't, or that nobody would listen. You're just feeling a little bit blocked here. Feeling energetically like ready to go, but also like you're needing a lot of rest. You may be sleeping a lot, napping a lot. Maybe like you're trying to find things that like nourish you now, but you're not 100% sure what that is, and you're feeling restricted in like what you're able to try. I don't know, that's just what's coming out right away. Also 111 might be significant. 555 also might be significant. But I'm just gonna get into the cards and kind of pull, because I'm not really sure the direction of the energy that I'm not really sure exactly what it is that's like happening, or like what I'm feeling here. You know, there's a lot of different messages trying to come through, so I'm just gonna pull some cards and we'll see what we see, and we'll get into it then. So, all right, Spirit, what can you tell me about the collective that I'm looking for today? Okay. Yeah, so I got the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Tower. You are actively moving through this old energy. You are actively sorting through this old energy here. So you are dismantling the systems that have kept you stagnant, that have kept you stuck throughout your life. Any limiting beliefs, any self-deception, you're moving through that. Any burdens that others have placed on you, things that you've been expected to carry, things that you might not have even been aware of. And it's really energetically, you're shifting. You're constantly going through these tower moments of where you're changing so fast energetically. That's why we have the Chariot out here, because you're actively moving through this energy, but it's so quickly. So you're constantly having these like little tower moments of like realization, like, oh, this is what that energy was, or oh, this is what I was dealing with, like, oh, this is that limiting belief, or this is where that came from, because you're actively moving through it to get to your new beginning. That's so funny. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords are also on the bottom. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords here. So actively moving towards a new beginning, but you're having to go through all of this currently. This is the energy that you're currently, you can see the like light on the back of it, but this is the energy that you're currently like moving through to get to this. Okay. Tell me more about this energy here. Tell me more about this energy. Okay. Okay, so it looks like you're dealing, like you're going through, ooh, okay. So you're having ego death after ego death after ego death. You're going through it energetically, mentally, maybe even. A lot of swords energy out here, a lot of wands energy. You're tearing down walls because I think behind it, you know that there's something better for you. Like this isn't, you haven't peaked, right? This isn't your peak. You know that. But you're just like constantly like leveling up. So regardless of the constant level up, like you're always like, there's more. Like, I know there's more. I know there's higher. I know there's better. But you're dealing with, it's so crazy because the energy that you're moving through, and the energy that you're actively like dealing with is very like you're going through like old structures that didn't work for you, old relationships that didn't work for you, old connections, again, like limiting beliefs, self-beliefs, things of that nature, ego deaths. You're constantly going through like, where did I leave myself behind? Excuse me for a minute. I apologize for the unplanned intermission. My brother called me, so I wanted to answer that. Not 100% sure where we were, but your ego here and just like wanting to be right is not allowing you to see that you have like there were other ways to look at it. So you're moving through your ego right now. You're trying to cut through your ego and like see how you were only seeing like there's only this one possible, this freaking light, doesn't matter, there's only this one possibility, like you were stuck on this one thing, and that was your ego speaking. But you had all of these options, maybe not seeing options that are in front of you, things like that. I don't really know. I know we're talking about, I have to reset here. You're moving through the rubble of these endings. You're moving through the rubble of the tower, and you're finding some ways that you're finding some self-deceit. You're finding deceit from people in your lives, things that you've come across, that you're carrying old limiting beliefs and systems set up and designed to keep you stuck that aren't your own, and some that are your own. As you're going through all of this, you're having ego death after ego death. You are constantly elevating. You are constantly upgrading. And every time you get to the next level, you're like, no, but there's more. There's more. I can go higher. I can do more. So that is what we have right now. That's the energy we have right now. Where is this leading them? Where is this leading them? Where is this leading them? Okay. Okay. So this is leading you out of a cycle of like, maybe out of cycles of instability, feeling like you don't have the support. Maybe now you're actively trying to be your own support. You're trying to grow your own support because you're looking back at all of these things, and you're looking at where you haven't been supported in the past, where you haven't been supportive of yourself in the past, and you're actively working on changing those. You're actively leveling up. Where this is leading you is to new cycles that are grounded and stable and long-term stability, long-term groundedness. This is you having your own back in these situations where you felt that you couldn't necessarily count on anybody in the past, or count on your support system in the past. All right, tell me more. I got that too. Ooh, okay. Do need to eat here soon. Okay. Got the Tower on the bottom of the deck here again. Once again. Okay. So even though you're taking all the right steps, you're doing all of the right things, you don't feel ready. Like you're in don't feel ready for what? Don't feel ready for what? Okay. We're not feeling ready to let go here. There's something in particular. Maybe in some ways you're still feeling very much so, like even though you're going through all of these things, on some level you're still feeling very attached. Maybe you're grieving the old possibilities, the old timeline, right? You're grieving that as you're working through this, and you don't necessarily feel prepared to pick up you don't necessarily feel prepared for these manifestations that are coming in. Even though you may not actually 100% know what the manifestations that are coming in are. Like you have some sort of idea, but it seems like it's not 100% clear to you, and you're feeling a little bit like lost. Maybe worried that these manifestations don't align with you anymore because you're thinking maybe some of them were intentions you set a while ago and you don't necessarily remember them. You're feeling unprepared. You want to take the leap into this next step. You may not even actually know what step it is you're supposed to be taking. And that's why you feel unprepared, because there's no clear way forward to your new beginning, but you're in the energy of wanting to take that leap, of wanting to move towards it. We have the Fool, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles here. You're in that energy of wanting to move towards it, but you're not even sure how. You're not even sure, like, you're like, is what I'm doing is enough? Is that enough? Or like, is this, should I be doing something else? How will I know? How will I know what it is I'm supposed to leap on? Because even though you're having all these level ups, I'm still getting this feeling of just like stagnancy. Like even though you're consistently leveling up, maybe your 3D reality isn't necessarily reflecting that. So you're feeling stagnant, feeling stuck, regardless. But it's all coming in divine timing. It's all coming. It's all coming. It's just with time. What are their next steps? What steps should they be taking? The Fool. What are the next? To just take the leap, not knowing. These didn't actually come out, but the cards that landed on the bottom of the deck are the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from that indecisiveness, walking away from the indecision. And then the one card that actually did flip upright in the deck, the Fool. And we had the Fool out before. So we have the Fool twice. So this is what you're supposed to be doing. You need to walk away from your indecision, whatever it is that you are going back and forth on, and you're like, man, I don't know if I'm doing enough. I don't know if I'm this, that, or the other thing. Pick a lane. Pick a lane and commit. Just fuck it. Just do it. Pick a lane. Pick a lane. Ace of Wands. It's gonna be, I see the Ace of Wands here. Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah. Whatever you're feeling passionate about, whatever you're feeling drawn to, whatever you're feeling, I'm getting that you might feel as though it's like not practical. You might feel as though it's not, like the idea isn't fully formed, and that's okay. It's not supposed to be. Like you planted seeds, like you're nurturing them, you're watering them. This is like, you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of things you want to do, but they don't feel rooted in reality. And you're being told here to just make a decision. Just make a decision. Walk away from this indecision, make a decision, and go with it. Whatever lights you up the most, whatever feels the most practical long term to you. What is something that lights you up, that makes you feel as though you can do it forever? What's something that you can build a foundation upon? And you don't have to have all the practicality things like figured out right now. It's just whatever calls to you the most. Stop being so indecisive about it. Just make the damn decision and take the leap of faith. It doesn't have to seem practical. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. It only has to make sense to you. What else can we get here? I feel like this is a lot of the same kind of message coming through, just in different ways. Like, I also feel, me too, like, I personally feel like I'm kind of like, I feel like a broken record. I feel like I'm giving you the same advice, giving you the same things. Again, I don't even know if anybody is consistently watching these videos. However, I feel like we're all kind of going through the same thing, where it's just like, okay, like, no matter how it feels, no matter how it looks, like, just keep going. Like, it's a thing. It's like, it's around the corner. Just make a decision, stick with it. Make a decision, stick with it. And it's constantly, every time I do a read, it's like that. It's like, it's coming. Just stick with it. Just stick with it. Don't give up on it. Like, push through. And that's the energy. I get that same energy in my personal readings when I like pull cards for myself or channel for myself. I do more channeling for myself than I do cards and like journaling and things like that. However, like, it's the same energy. It's like, okay, just stick through it. Like whatever nonsense, whatever old attachments, whatever unhealthy thought processes, whatever limiting beliefs, wherever you feel stuck, release it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, release it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm chronically online these days. But yeah, so you are you are magnetic right now. Sorry. You are magnetic right now. You are that girl. I'm gonna say that girl, but it's not gender specific. But you are magnetic. You are that girl. You're in your bag, and you're worth celebrating. Your ideas are worth celebrating. How far you've come is worth celebrating. Like, if you're like, you're having a glow up is what it is. Like, you're in this energetic glow up. You may have a physical glow up as well, physical glow up loading as well. You may be, as you're losing baggage, you may be losing weight. You may be in the gym more. Ace of Wands just came out again. You are being Queen of Cups. You are, like, you're having an emotional glow up, a physical glow up, a energetic glow up. Like, you are really just, like, in your bag, and you're doubting yourself again. These are, like, the old limiting beliefs from past lives, but you are really in alignment right now, and you are attractive. You have the motivation, you have the skills, you're in alignment. Yeah. You're learning how to, you're learning how to build new foundations, how to give yourself the closure and the justice that you deserve, setting strong, firm boundaries. You may be even being recognized publicly at this time. You may be posting on social media more. Publicly recognized at this time. Posting on social media, setting boundaries, those types of things. Because we have the Hierophant here, which is institutions. You're also, mind you, you're also tearing down old institutions in your mind. You're also tearing down this old rhetoric surrounding your existence that was either placed on you or that you placed on yourself. So you're doing that, as well as you're also learning how to move throughout the world in a way that is calm, collected, controlled, like in a way where you feel in control, because you, for however long, you may have been letting these old narratives that don't even concern you, that aren't you, and not even your things. You may have been letting these run your life. And now, as you're finding yourself, as you're emotionally reclaiming yourself, as you're energetically reclaiming yourself, as you're reclaiming your shine, your light inside, and you're becoming more aligned, you're learning how to exist as yourself. My dog just barked. Confirmation. Period, Harlow. But yeah, you're learning how to exist in the world and move throughout the world as yourself. So again, you're learning how to give yourself your own justice. You don't need anybody's approval. You don't need anybody's like say so. Like, you're just doing it. You're in your bag. You're in your energetic bag, controlled, calm, collected, but also very grounded and very magnetic. Like, this is somebody that the people want to see. The people want to see this person. High visibility is what I'm getting right now. Again, upholding your own boundaries. This doesn't feel, sometimes this can be in conflict. It doesn't feel like conflict. It feels like strong, inner, energetic boundaries. You may be getting into more of like energetic protection and things of that nature, and like, I don't know, I just see a lot of grounding energy. So you may be reconnecting with nature, but then again, a lot of recognition, a lot of visibility. There may be people at this time that we are still in Mercury retrograde as I'm doing this reading, as I'm filming this, but there may be people who see that shine and feel that magnetism and see how you're moving now, that may try to come back in. Just use your discernment. Use your discernment. Have your boundaries. But like, yeah, use your discernment, because not everybody deserves to be in your light anymore. But I think you'll know who does and who doesn't. Like, you are perfectly capable of setting your own boundaries. Have energetic boundaries. Yeah. Ooh. There's also, I'm sorry, hold up. Let me get some clarification here. What is this moon? Okay. Should I tell him? There's also something coming in here quickly. For some of you, there could be clarity surrounding a romantic situation coming in. Like somebody, because I did say like some people might be trying to come back in at this time. There's an energy moving towards you very quickly, but it's an energy shrouded in like confusion or illusion. There may be some clarity coming, or maybe it's somebody who, it may be clarity or just somebody who had confusion, or like there's a lot of illusion surrounding them. Maybe you don't know why this thing ended or why they left or anything like that, or like what actually happened. That may be being cleared up. They may be coming back to clear that up. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to clear it up, but someone potentially could be coming back, a potential like love interest. It's also giving, it could potentially be a new love interest that you are unaware of and aren't seeing currently in your energetic field. So like even if you don't know about them, they could potentially know about you. They could potentially know about you. Can I get clarity on this, please? Okay. Anyway, you don't have to do anything different than you're currently doing right now. Yeah, okay, so it's giving, so you might have, for some of you at least, for some of you, it's a new romantic connection coming in, someone that has their eye on you, but you're not necessarily aware of that. For others, it is somebody from the past, someone that you may have had a little bit of a falling out with, and may have like given up on any sort of like reconciliation. They're potentially coming back now that you're in this energy, because they see you shining, they see you, you're magnetic, so you're drawing things in, and they may be trying to reconcile with you. Like somebody who, maybe something, it doesn't feel like anything like super toxic or anything like that. It just feels like something where it like maybe wrong timing, bad timing, or just like miscommunications, things of that nature. Maybe I'm really getting heavily, maybe it was just miscommunication on either part and neither of you really knew where the other one stood. This really wasn't supposed to be any sort of love reading, but something like that is coming in. When they do come in though, it is some sort of, this is the Two of Cups. It is some sort of romantic energy, connection energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but I'm feeling for a lot of you, it is a old partner. Just be discerning. You have all of the tools and the intuition you need to not repeat your old cycles, and I don't feel like you would, because you have enough decency and enough common sense to walk away if the situation were to call for it. But I do think this person, you're gonna have a decision to make. This person is going to be you're gonna have a decision to make. This person is coming in, and it seems like they're going to offer you with something, and they're coming in fast, because we have the Eight of Wands here initially, and then we also have at the bottom of the deck for clarification the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. So it may have been something that they've been thinking about and working on for a long time. They may have been, this is something that they've been working on and thinking about offering you for a while, and they're feeling ready to come in now because they're seeing you, and they're seeing you in your energy. I'm still holding on to this card. Just be discerning. Like you have, like, I'm not saying like don't take them back or do take them back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like you have everything you have all the information. You know your situation best. So just be discerning, and I know that you have the ability to not make the same mistakes. And then if it isn't necessarily the right situation for you, you have the ability and you have the boundaries and the fortitude now to walk away. Where in the past you might have let shit slide, you're not doing that anymore. You're able to observe and like make the right decisions for you. Again, I remember I said something about the like having your throat feeling restricted in speaking at the beginning of the message. I don't feel like you're gonna, I feel like by the time you're done with whatever this is, by the time you move through this energy, like your throat's gonna be raw because you've been speaking that much. You've been speaking your truth, living in your truth, acting in your truth. This is a really good energy. Like, this is very, very good energy. You are constantly leveling up. You are well on your way to a stable future. Potentially with a partner. But yeah, you are leveling up, and it's a really, really beautiful energy. I wish you all the best of luck. Again, happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.